Hey, what's up everyone, Saint Time Gaming here. Welcome to the channel, guys. This is my first ever Outriders build video, so yeah, if I make any mistake, I apologize for that in advance. So yeah, now this build is for the class called Devastator. So if you have a Devastator class, this build is for you, and if you have any other class, then my apologies for that. But I will make other classes build videos as well. I just need to level those roles as well. So this Devastator role, and the class I'm going for is the Vanquisher. If you want, you can go for any other classes, but I would recommend you guys to use this Vanquisher class on the Devastator role because it's doing so much damage and it's melting through these NPCs. Now this build is basically for leveling up your character or your ulti or whatever the case. It will work pretty much everywhere. I'm currently in the end game. I've completed the main game, the base game. That I've completed it, and I'm level 30 right now, and I'm doing expeditions and all that, and it's working super good. I was in level like 35 enemies. I was facing them, even though my gears are not that maxed out or anything. I'm really doing a lot of damage, and you're seeing the gameplay that I'm just melting through all these NPCs, a bunch of horde of NPCs. Doesn't matter if the human NPCs or the creature NPCs, this build can melt through anything. So if you're a Devastator role, and if you want to enjoy some killing, like just melt through NPCs out there, just bash them, then this build is basically for you. Now I'm using epic gears, but if you are new to the game and you're using like rare, shouldn't be a problem. The only thing you need to look for this build basically is the tier 1 mods which I'm using, and the tier 1 mods are the one that's actually helping me achieve what I'm currently doing right now, not the epic gears. The epic gears are okay. It's like a icing on the cake kind of thing. If you have it, which is nice, but it's not recommended. If you are leveling up your character, let's say you're like level 10 12 something like that, and you're leveling up your world tier, shouldn't be a problem whatsoever. Okay, so let me show you the build. I honestly don't know how to show you the build, but I'm just gonna start out with the skills and the class basically. So the class, like I said, I'm going for the Vanquisher, and the reason why I went for the Vanquisher because it has a lot of weapon damage and armor piercing damage and everything on this class itself, which is really sweet. So this is the class like tree I followed. So if you want, you can just copy this, which I have. So the reason why I did it is because it gives me weapon damage, armor piercing. We get more close range damage, more armor piercing and all that. Now the super important one here is the champion, because it gives us the protection skill, increase the weapon damage by 45% whenever I use a protection skill, and I'm using 2 protection skills, so which is really nice, and that's how I'm going to do my damage. I will get this damage all the time. Now remember, this damage is whenever you activate this protection skill, and it gives you that 45% weapon damage for 10 seconds. But if you can keep that damage active forever, the damage stays with you forever. Yep, I don't know if it's a bug in the game, but it's a thing, and I have the talent, or the skill rather, active forever with me. So yeah, and that's basically what I followed through all the skill trees. And again, this one, the alter charge is also super good. So whenever I have this skill active, I will do 70% of weapon damage for 10 seconds, so which is really nice as well. So the skill I'm using is the golem. I'm using the reflect bullets, and I'm using the gravity leap. You can use anything else if you want to, but I wouldn't recommend changing the golem. You can use anything in terms of the reflect bullet or the gravity leap, but these 2 skills which I'm going to go for all the time. This is way more important than gravity leap, but gravity leap is also a sweet skill which is very helpful to heal yourself. That's what I am using. I'm using this skill to heal myself, and same for this skill as well. I'm using this to just in case scenarios, okay? Like when you're super in need, when you're in a sketchy situation. I've never been in a sketchy situation yet. The gravity leap and the golem works perfect for me. So yeah, now you can see I have 16 seconds of the duration here. You probably see 8 seconds for yourself. That's the reason why, because I'm using some mods which are increasing the duration of it. So let's talk about the build, what's going on. You can see the build, I have all epics. Like I said, epics doesn't matter. The epics is basically like icing on the cake thing, okay? So you don't have to worry about epic. If you have rare gears, if you have rare weapon, should be fine. All you need to do is change your mod slots, the tier 1 mods, to whatever I have, and you should be fine. The level you are, the enemies you're killing would be fine. And every time you level up, either level up your gears or try to find something way better, and if you get epics, so check if you have the similar like tier mods on them, which I have, or you have something different, you can keep it. But the only thing matters here, the tier 1 mods. Okay, the tier 1 mods is what it matters. So the weapon I'm using here is an assault rifle, because it's an assault rifle build basically. So I'm using that, and I have armor piercing round on it. I actually did try to optimize this a little bit, so you can go to Dr. Zahidi and you can optimize your gears and your weapons as well. Just spend some resources and optimize that. I will recommend you guys to do that. Although my levels are not that high enough, like this weapon is 33, I can actually get a 35 on me right now, but this is 2 level like lower, and the enemies I'm fighting is actually level 35. So if this lower level type of gear can do that much of damage, imagine what a higher level or a similar level gear would do. So if I have like all 35 level, I will be melting through NPCs easily, even better I would say. So yeah, now the important thing here is the healing received. I have healing received, I have you know, what is it called, the cooldown reduction, the bonus firepower, all of these attributes on most of my builds, because cooldown reduction is super important, so that will reduce the cooldown of your skills. Healing received is also important, so that will increase the amount of healing you get when you get a kill, or you're, you know, doing crit kills or something like that, wherever you're doing, when you're firing your weapon, the amount of healing you get from it, that's also important. And also if you have any skill that giving you heals, the healing received will actually increase that amount of healing as well. So, and also bonus firepower will increase the amount of like biggest damage you have basically. So yeah, now the mods here on this weapon is the fusion blast. Out of all those mods from the skill tier, like the tier 1, I've used the fusion blast because I felt it's a super nice talent. Has a splash damage kind of mod, this one. So whenever I shoot my weapon, it creates a blast in a 5-meter radius, and it deals quite a lot of damage to the nearby enemies. If you, it's very good like mod to fight bunch of horde of NPCs, and it only has 1.5 second of cooldown, so super awesome. And the second one, it's a, you know, epic item exclusive. It could be random, not just the one I have. If you have an epic weapon, you can have this mod as well, or you can have a different one, doesn't really matter. But the Storm Whip, in my opinion, I feel is one of the best like tier 2 talent, because whenever I fire my weapon, it deals a beautiful lightning strike on the enemies. It looks cool, and also deals a lot of damage as well, so which is really awesome. It only has 2 seconds of cooldown, so yeah, it's really nice. And for my secondary weapon, I have an LMG. Honestly, I don't really use the LMG, but if I see a lot of NPCs, I do use it sometimes because it has 100 max size. And one also, the good thing about this LMG is that I have the mod here, which is called the clip roller. So whenever I, you know, when I'm firing my weapon, it gets like 50 mag or less, I can roll over and reloads my weapon automatically. I don't have to press a reload button to reload my weapon, so I just have to roll over and reloads my weapon. So yeah, and the first mod I have is Firewalk, so when I fire, it just does explosion basically. So I'm not really paying attention to these things like pistol and all that, because I don't really use that. The only thing I use is the assault rifle here with the fusion blast. You can use a shotgun with fusion blast, you can use an SMG with fusion blast. You don't have to use an assault rifle. I'm using assault rifle because I like AR, and I you know, I'm like an AR kind of guy. I always use assault rifles most of the time in many games. So yeah, now for the gears, like I said, epics don't really matter. Just follow the tier 1 mods and you should be fine. So for the headgear, I have this this talent here, or mod rather, so increases my skill duration by 100%. So whenever I use my golem skill, it actually going to give me 16-second you know, of duration instead of 8 seconds, so which is really nice. So I have this, and like I said previously, that I'm looking for close range damage, healing received, anomaly power, also like bonus firepower and cooldown reduction on my attributes. So yeah, now for the second tier talent, like I said, it's an epic exclusive, so it gives me more anomaly power and firepower. So when I'm out of cover for more than 5 seconds, I'm always out of cover, I'm never in cover, so I'm getting that additional anomaly power and firepower, which is increasing my weapon damage as well. So always nice to have more damage, like I said. Now for the chest piece, again, I'm going for cooldown reduction, healing received, bonus firepower, super good talents here. I mean, sorry, attributes. So yeah, now for the skill 1, I mean that tier 1 mod here, I'm going for the Gravity Leap, the Human Comet. Increases my skill damage by 6,623. Now this number may vary if you have a lower level gears, but I have a level 34, so that's what I have right now currently on this setup. And whenever I do the Gravity Leap, it's going to do that much of damage, and sometimes I end up killing those normal NPCs with one shot, which is really awesome. And the second tier talent I have here is the Damage Absorber, which gives me 10% of resistance from basically every single status effect, and also gives me more armor, so which is really nice. And now for the pants, I have the resistance talent here. So when I use the Golem skill, it gives me 33% of resistance from every single status effect, which is really helpful fighting against creatures that have poison or you know, fire against the NPCs. It's super awesome, and also bleed as well. So in total, I will basically get like 43% resistance right now with the chest piece and the pants here. Because of the talent whenever I have Golem active, and also it gives me additional shotgun damage, which I'm not really using, but it's there. Like I said, don't pay attention to the skill 2, like tier 2 thingy. Just pay attention to the tier 1. You can apply these things on your rare items as well, and you should be fine. You don't have to farm for epics if you don't have one. It will be very helpful for endgame, and also you know, if you're currently leveling up, if you're lower level, this setup will help you out. Okay, now of course this is not the best build out there, but it's super good. I'm having fun, that's all I can say, and that's what I'm using. That's why I'm using it. Okay, now for the gloves, I went for the life absorption talent. So whenever I do the Gravity Leap, it heals me 15% of the amount of damage I dealt, and if I kill them, it will double the healing. So if I need a quick healing, I'm gonna do that, and boom, I'm back with full health basically. And it also gives me additional 10% of assault rifle damage with the Dum Bullets mod. So that's why I have this. It's a level 31, by the way. It's like I said, my gears are not that high level, but I'm killing those NPCs. Imagine if all of them were like level 35, it would do even more damage. Now for the boots, I have a level 33 boots here. Now this is super important. This particular mod is super important. Not the diffuse one. Now diffuse is okay, but the one I'm using, the Golem of Death. So whenever I use Golem skill, every time I get a kill, whenever my Golem skill is active, it's going to extend the time of the Golem skill for 2 seconds. So if I can keep getting those kills, I can keep Golem of Death mod active forever. Yes, forever. I can keep it active forever. That's what I'm trying to do. I am always in Golem mode, and I'm always killing those targets super easily without an issue, and I'm keeping the Golem of Death active all the time. So that's what I'm doing here, and I have that resistance on me all the time as well. And diffuse is a nice talent as well, I mean, sorry, mod rather, because whenever I sprint, I get more additional armor, and also I get 50% resistance. 50% resistance, simple here. So whenever I sprint, I get 50% resistance. I have 33% resistance when I use the Golem talent, so that's 83%. I get 10% resistance from the armor piece as well, so that's 93% resistance on this build automatically. So I have the tankiness from Golem because it's always active. I have the resistance, so it's a super tanky kind of resistance kind of build as well. At the same time, it's doing damage because whenever I activate my skill, remember I get 45% of weapon damage for 10 seconds, and that 10 second, it's not 10 seconds. I don't know if it's bugged, but whenever I get the Golem skill active, that extra 45% weapon damage is active with me forever, basically, because the Golem is not going away. So the damage is there. And also, whenever I do the Gravity Leap, I will do 70% of extra weapon damage. So whenever I see bosses or captains and whatever, I just always, like I said, I'm always in Golem mode. I just do the Gravity Leap, give myself that additional 70% weapon damage, and I melt the boss, basically. I focus on the boss and melt them. Every single annoying creature or NPC out there, I can kill them without an issue with this build. I played Expedition, I'm showing you the gameplay of Expedition, had no trouble killing these guys. Bunch of horde of NPCs crawling to me and just like covering me up, and it just feels so scary, but at the same time feels so cool because I'm killing them. So if you're leveling up your character or you're leveling up your world tier, whatever the case, use these particular gears, or not gears, rather I would say mods. The gears don't matter. I'm going to say it again and again. The gears don't matter right now with this particular build. If you have rare pieces, use it. no problem. Just use the mods I showed you. You'll be absolutely fine. You can also use different methods if you want. If you have any different methods, you can let me know in the comment section. I'll also gonna make different build videos as well. So all I can say is stay tuned to the channel. Set it up, see how it goes for you. That's basically for the video. And again, I'm gonna apologize if I made any mistake, because like I said, it's my first time I'm making this build video. It might be a little longer than usual. From next time, I'm gonna try to reduce the time limit, because like I said, I had a lot of introduction to do. So yeah, and I will be bringing you guys with more build videos, so stay tuned to the channel. And I absolutely love all the support you've given me, so thank you for that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until then, peace.